Yeah, just picked up, am I okay saying your name?
Yeah, Mathew.
Yeah, just picked up Mathew on his way to work. Are you okay talking about your company?
Yeah, of course I'm not.
Okay, could you just tell us a little bit more?
It's a company called SynergyX Logistics. It's a third-party company that delivers Amazon parcels, basically. So we are hired by Amazon. We drive Amazon vans, but to deliver their parcels, basically. So yeah, that's basically it in a nutshell, to be honest, lad.
Okay, is the jobs available for driving or any other parts?
Always hiring new drivers.
Always hiring new drivers.
Amazon always expect us to do more for them, so we always need to have more bodies and vans. So we're always hiring.
So if people want to check out, what's the company website?
Probably the best way to find it is Indeed, but we do have a website, SynergyX Logistics .co.uk.
Okay.
Should come straight up.
And there should be an option if someone types that in and maybe new jobs for drivers, they'll get information.
Yeah, it should definitely come up on Indeed anyway. Yeah.
Okay, on Indeed. Is a good company to work for?
Well, I think so anyway. I've been here for a little over a year and I've never had any issues with... I started off as a driver myself.
Okay.
So I found it good. They found I might have been a bit better in the office than maybe on the road. So they got me in there. But yeah, it was definitely... I've never had any complaints.
Okay.
So,
have you got job security? I'm assuming with a company like Amazon, it's not going anywhere anytime
it's not going anywhere. The only thing with it, it's self-employed because it's a driving job and stuff like that. It's the easiest for everybody.
Okay.
So in that sense, you're not contracted.
Yeah.
But there's never a dry up of work. We always have work for everybody.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
So we do have job security in a sense.
Yeah. I think a lot of businesses and companies do that because of the less payroll and stuff like that.
Exactly.
So if they just get you being self-employed, you just take care of all of that.
Exactly.
So yeah, I understand that. But yeah, it's good to know about the company. I think you said you come over from Ireland.
Yeah.
What part of Ireland?
Northern Ireland, small little village in Northern Ireland. So.
What's the name of the village?
Killen. Yeah, right beside Castle there. So very, very small.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's the population of it?
78,000 maybe.
Okay.
So I went from that to a big city is a big change for me, but I enjoy it.
Okay. Yeah, and like we were saying before, it's like a little island.
Yeah.
So many Irish.
That's it. That's it. I think there's more Irish over here than there is in Ireland. So.
Yeah, there's a big connection, isn't there, with Liverpool and
Ireland. Will be as well, won't there?
Yeah, no, definitely. Okay, no, interesting. Okay, so you're happy doing the job at the moment. It's like you say, it's job security, the money's good, it's paying the bills.
Paying the bills, that's it. That's the main one, isn't it?
Have you got any hobbies, passions that you do with your spare time?
To be honest, I love going to the gym. I like to stay active the best I can. But with working for Amazon, it does take over a lot of your life. Especially in the office side of things, making sure drivers are okay and on the road all right and stuff like that. So it can be a 24/7 job sometimes.
Okay, out of hours you're still doing work?
Yeah, you are. For myself, I work quite a lot of hours. So at the minute, I'm kind of just putting everything in my work.
Okay. Is there a progression for you?
Yeah, my company's constantly expanding or trying to anyway. So the more I give to them, the more they'll give to me, basically.
Okay. And how old are you?
23.
Okay, so you're young and you're hungry and you've got the drive, the motivation. So right now it's good to try and progress in the company.
That's it. That's the main goal at the minute.
And what's the vision 5-10 years from now?
Oof, now you're asking a question. Maybe next 5-10 years, settle down, have a kid, buy a house.
Okay.
Nothing too extravagant.
Okay. Would you like to stay in Liverpool, go back to Ireland, or have a home?
I think this will be my home.
Okay. And you've got the best of both worlds, haven't you? Always, it's half an hour on a plane.
It's 25 minutes on a flight.
There you go. Yeah.
So, it's quicker to get to here than it is to Manchester, or back home than it is to get to Manchester.
Yeah. Is it rural where you're back home in Killen?
Yeah, it would be. Yeah, it's very much farmland and farmers and stuff like that.
It's nice to have a balance of both.
Well, that's it. It's a nice change.
Okay. So I think you said you're into football. So right now you're just maxed out with your time. So any spare time you've got, go to the gym.
Yeah, if I can. Yeah.
You're into football? Okay, who do you support?
Man United.
Oh, I don't watch sports, but I do take an interest. I like getting different perspectives.
Yep.
On any sport, learn something new. That's why I do the recording. Everyone's got something to offer and bring to the table with value or perspective. So, me understanding of the football, Manchester United didn't do good last season. Hopefully this season they'll probably get back up there.
Well, hopefully see a couple more signings come through. You know, we've got one guy, Cunha. He's a striker. We need a striker. We need an out goal scorer, but we just need a bit of solidity and everywhere in the pitch. So I just want to see him bring in a couple more signings, strengthen the team a bit, and hopefully we'll actually be able to do something this year.
Okay. So, do you think it's you need a new man? There's a new manager? Didn't the old manager get sacked?
I think I'm getting a bit sick and tired of we're having a bad season, sack the manager, get a new one in.
Okay.
I'd rather kind of give the man a couple of years, let him build his own team. You know, get the guys used to the way he wants them to play, and then, you know, after maybe 3 or 4 years, if it's still not really working, then maybe they could look at new options. But you can't build a new team when you're constantly changing the person that's building it for you.
Yeah.
That's the way I see it. So
yeah, there was a lot of that type of feeling with Everton when they were changing the managers all the time.
Yeah, exactly.
A lot of people felt like that just changing managers isn't the solution.
No, that's it. You have to kind of work with them.
Yeah.
I personally think it's all down to the higher ups, the Dazers and the owners of the club. They're taking money out of the club, not putting money into the club, and that's a big one.
Okay. So hopefully next season they do a lot better.
Hopefully, that's the.
Do you go to games?
I've been to a couple. Went to a couple last year. Like I said, it's just with work and everything like that. I'm just trying to put all my energy into that at the minute. So
yeah,
if I can get to a game, I will go, but it's not the top of my priority list at the minute.
No, understandable. How many times you get to the gym?
Try three times a week, but like I said,
it can be hard.
It can be difficult, especially after a long day at work. You just want to get home, showered, and go to your fucking bed.
Yeah, and by the time you get home, I mean, so what you touch and work now, probably be in there for 8:30.
Yeah, around that. Yeah.
You'll finish what time?
Us guys don't usually finish until the last driver's finished. So the drivers will leave at around 11. Some guys are finished at 6. Some guys are finished at 7. Some guys are finished.
You'll finish at 11.
Sometimes, yeah.
We
can get phone calls up to that time from drivers. So to me, I'm technically still working. I'm taking work phone calls. So.
Okay, yeah, technically.
So yeah, it's a long day for myself, but like I said, I enjoy it. I don't mind it. So.
Okay, just in regards to AI. So, for example, I picked someone up from Jag the other day. AI is having an impact in every industry.
Yep.
Is there any particular impact it's having within your industry, helping maybe your job run a lot smoother just because of the automation involved? ChatGPT.
There is a couple of we have to. Our drivers have to do a van check every morning, so they take 10 to 15 pictures around the van just to make sure there's no damage, no new damage. And that's all an AI computer that registers the van.
Okay, so they take 10, 15 pictures?
10, 15 pictures around the van every day, and then it goes to a big computer somewhere.
Oh, okay.
And then the computer can read to see if the damage was there before or after, if it's new damage in a van, a new dent, new scratch, and then it'll tell us. And then we know exactly what driver caused that issue. And then we can speak to them. So yeah.
And they have to do it every day, yeah?
Every single day,
just with a normal phone?
Yeah, normal phone. It's just like a normal app on your phone.
A normal app?
Yeah.
Okay, so you use... Sorry, go on.
Yeah, go on. It's just on the App Store. Just a normal app in the App Store.
Okay.
What's
it called?
Clear Code. Clear Code inspections.
Clear Code?
Clear Code, yeah. So...
that's interesting.
Yeah, that's AI's implemented every single day in our work.
Okay, so that regards basically the damage. I mean, why? I'm assuming, yeah.
We've got about 30 vans on the road every single day.
Okay.
Someone's going to hit something or nick something, so...
Okay.
Sometimes they don't even realise they've done it. Sometimes they're trying to be a bit sneaky and not tell us. So, we don't have that in place to punish anybody. It's more just to make sure our fleet are are up to standard.
No, 1,000,000%, and I think it's a good strategy because it'd be costly for your industry, wouldn't it?
Oh, definitely, mate, definitely.
I haven't heard of that before, but it makes sense. I mean, it must, because it can capture things. I mean, is it 99% correct, or?
Yeah, it's up there. We've only had maybe 3 or 4 false positives with it.
Okay.
And it might have picked up a bit of dirt that looks like a scratch, something like that.
Okay.
But 9 times out of 10, it's pretty accurate.
Yeah, I think I'm surprised the taxi industry hasn't got something like that. I mean, it would be a bit of a pain doing it every morning, 15 pictures, but I suppose it would solve. I mean, because how many fleet cars did you say?
Well, we've got, altogether, our company has 56 vans.
Okay.
So we've got 2 sites. We've got one here in Liverpool and one in Preston. So
okay.
56 vans on the road every single day. There's always going to be something that happens, or
okay.
There's a higher possibility of something happening. So
definitely. Well, in contrast to some fleet owners, there's over 50 fleet owners for Delta and other companies,
yeah.
And some of them have hundreds.
Well, there you go.
So I'm surprised they don't do it, I suppose, because they, must. Don't get me wrong, when you get the car, everyone will inspect it and they'll make a note, which is time consuming, and you've got to take some pictures and you've got to do this and you've got to do that. But from my understanding and what you're explaining with that type of software, that's just automating.
It's completely automated.
Yeah, you put the onus on the driver to do it.
Yeah. So each driver has his own account for it. So once he logs into his account, takes the 10 to 15 pictures, it only really takes him 3 or 4 minutes in the morning.
Okay.
So then we know exactly what account's taking them photos the day before, and then so it'll also show us like a side-by-side picture of the van.
Okay.
One that was taken the day before and one that was taken today, and it will show us just the damage comparisons.
Yeah, wow.
So yeah, the AI, it does really help with our industry at the minute.
Okay. What about other aspects, like, do you ever use ChatGPT?
Use it sometimes whenever we're making like messages for the drivers or something like that. Just makes it look a bit more professional.
Yeah, it's amazing, isn't it?
A bit more tidy, yeah, definitely. So yeah, we use ChatGPT every single day as well.
Yeah. I think more and more people are nowadays.
Yeah, it's a great tool. It's a great tool.
It's like it's a friend, isn't it?
Yeah,
to people?
that's it.
I had a Spanish guy a few weeks ago, and it was funny. And he said every time he communicates, he puts please and thanks you, and gives it a name and stuff like that. And I said, why? And he said, because if it ever turns on us like Terminator, it might remember me. I was one of the nice ones. But yeah, what about automation in the sense of, so for example, Amazon, do you have a lot of robots doing jobs?
Well, I think so, yeah. To be honest, I'm not too sure on what level they have it, but they have a lot of automation with parcels sorting and stuff like that. But they also do have a lot of warehouse workers that still do a lot of it manually. So
yeah,
I think they've kind of got the best of both worlds.
Yeah,
to be honest.
And I think that's important. Balance is important.
Yeah.
Because even though you could get a robot to do a specific job, I think
there's some things that robots can't do that we can.
Definitely. Driverless cars, I think we're 10 years, 15 years away from, well, probably even longer, I'd say, before you don't need drivers no more. Yeah. But I think down the line, 20 years plus from now, you'll see more and more. There's a lot of test cases throughout the world, the UK. I just don't think the technology's there yet.
No, it's not advanced enough.
No, definitely. It's fascinating, though. And I think it's a great job for you as well to like skills, what you're learning, the managing, the running,
that's it. It's,
running the company,
managing people. I'm a bit of a people person myself when I'm out. I have a conversation with the bar still. So I'm meeting 40 or 50 guys every single day, having a bit of small talk, bit of chat. So I enjoy that side of it, and then I'm also enjoying the learning how to manage these guys as well. And because if you've got the managerial skills, you can put it in any aspect of your life.
Yeah, definitely, and they're transferable.
Yeah, exactly.
lots of other jobs.
Exactly,
I mean,
mate.
it's great to have on your CV.
Definitely.
The experience, what you're doing right now. Oh, sorry, early wrong turn. No, yeah, it's priceless. See, for it, like I've thought about driving jobs myself. With the taxis, I like it because I'm local. Are your jobs national? They're not international, are they? They're all within the UK.
Yeah, well, our company anyway, yeah, it's all national, yeah.
Okay, so it's Amazon parcels.
All Amazon parcels, yeah.
Correct me if I'm wrong. I think it's something you get paid per parcel.
Not with Amazon. The likes of other companies like Evra and DHL and stuff, they're per parcel.
Okay.
But with Amazon, it's per route.
Oh, it's per route.
Basically per day. So at the minute, Amazon are paying $121.50 a day, if I remember correctly.
121.50.
Yeah. Plus, if you want to sign up for your VAT and get your VAT and everything sorted, you go onto the no VAT scheme as your courier driver.
Okay.
So you get paid an extra 20%, and you only have to pay 9% of it back in VAT.
Oh.
So works out around £140 a day for everybody.
Okay. So how many hours is that approximately?
It's a 9-hour work block. So it's paid for 9 hours, but if you're finished in 3 hours, you still get paid.
But realistically, on average,
our drivers are between 6 and 7 hours.
6 and 7 hour days.
Yeah.
And they're picking up approximately 120 to 140.
Yeah, depending on what scheme they want to go on to. Yeah,
Okay. And what generally are them hours? Is it between what hours?
So usually our guys will come grab their van keys at around 10:30.
Oh, how come so late?
It's the way Amazon set it up, so they can get all their parcels sorted in the morning.
Okay.
And then around between 11 and 12, we'll go and load the vans. So it's just the way Amazon set it up.
So
for
then
us.
they're finishing around 5, 6.
Around 5, 6, but they're not starting until 11, 12 anyway, so it's pretty...
Okay, so they're not starting until 11 and 12, 6, 7 hours.
Yeah.
So it's taking them to about
6 or 7 o'clock.
7
usually.
o'clock, yeah. That's okay, though.
Yeah. You know, the first couple of weeks the guys are a bit slower because they're not used to it, but
You get into
they
this.
soon get into the swing of things and they'll be flying.
I'm assuming as well your drop-off route has got to be, but all in a certain proximity, so you're not going back and forth like from one part of Liverpool to the other.
It's usually within 1 or 2 postcodes.
1 or 2 postcodes.
It's very, very, there could be 3 or 4 meters between each stop. It's right beside each other.
Okay. And I think it's good as well, the fact that like with the taxis and you're sitting down all day. Like I try and I get the gym, but it's good to be getting in and out rather than sitting down.
I lost a load of weight whenever I was a driver. I've put it bloody back on again.
Got the office job, the downsides
of
the office job.
That's it, but yeah, I lost a load of weight whenever I was a driver.
Right, yeah, just in and out.
That's it, it is. To be fair, it is a very physically demanding job. People don't realise it, but when you're getting in and out of a van, they got to 100, 150 times a day.
Yeah, it's great cardio.
Yeah, it's great cardio, man. It's great cardio.
Okay, no, honestly, glad. Thanks for doing this because it's good. We've touched on a lot, and even so how many days a week are your drivers doing on average? Is that optional?
Yeah, they pick whatever days they want to do.
So you can do 1 or you can do 7?
They can do 1. They can't do 7 because it's driving. It's the only thing. They can only do 6 days in a row.
Okay.
But they pick and choose what days it is, when it is.
Okay, so literally you could just do 1 day?
Yeah, if they really wanted to, yeah.
Wow.
They could do 1 day.
What's it called? Amazon Flex?
Amazon Flex, yes, in your own car, yeah.
So does this fall under that umbrella? Because I remember my mate mentioned the Flex.
Our drivers use the exact same app as the Flex. The only thing is they just take out more parcels. That's basically it. They get paid more.
Okay. So what's the pros and cons with Flex and working for your company?
Well, with Flex, you're in your own car. It's your own insurance. It's your own fuel. It's all that. Our company covers insurance, fuel, everything.
And you get a car?
You get a van, we give you a van.
Do you have to drop the van off when you
have to drop the van off
when you finish
when
work?
you're finished.
Oh,
but,
okay.
you know, you don't have to pay for any fuel in the van and stuff like
Okay.
that. So there's basically no expenses within it.
Okay.
Yeah, it's quite there's no expenses. You get paid to deliver, and that's it. There's no, you have to worry about insuring your car. You have to worry about fuel and stuff like that.
Okay.
So
I like the sound of it. Got me thinking now. Definitely
So, yeah.
could. Eventually, I want to transition, reduce my hours. So that's definitely a good option, especially like because 1 day a week, and you're getting 120 approximately thereabouts. That's like close to £500 a month, just doing 1 day a week.
yeah, a lot of guys like to do part time, 2 or 3 days, and they'll just work weekends. They'll just come in and do Friday, Saturday, Sunday because they've got another full time job, and they just
It's like Uber. A lot of people do that with Uber.
yeah.
See, do all the job applications go through? Sorry.
15 seconds to accept.
Go through Indeed, or is the like in-house for the company website?
And 99% of them go through Indeed, to be honest.
Okay.
5 seconds to accept.
And then usually if we're happy enough with experience the driver has and stuff, we'll get them in.
Is there any particular experience what you need?
We particularly like 2-year van experience.
So how can someone? So let's say I wanted to do it. How can I get that experience?
We used to take on a lot of drivers without any experience, so we train them up ourselves. But recently we've had a lot of damages and a lot of
Oh, have you?
Yeah,
Because
so
of their
it's
lack of experience.
exactly. So it's just
Okay.
kind of one of them thing policies, which is we've kind of had no choice but to put it in.
Is it been that bad?
It's been pretty bad.
So it's an interesting point, bit of a limitation to everything we've discussed, but I'm just trying to think, where could, let's say, me or someone else go and get that experience off the top of your head? Would that be...
We don't necessarily, it doesn't necessarily have to be a driving job. I have a lot of guys that used to be joiners and they used to drive a van to or from site.
Okay, that's interesting.
Just the fact that we know they've been in a van over a bit of a period of time, they don't necessarily have to be delivering in it.
Okay.
Just so it's more just because we drive the big 350 Transit, just like the one beside us there.
Oh, okay, so this is a 350 Transit.
Yeah, so it's just so we know that he understands the height of it, the length of it, and he knows how to drive it.
Okay.
So that's basically, it's just that little bit of precaution we've had to take.
How long would he have needed to have drove one for?
We say 2 years experience, so as long as they've had some form of experience within like the last maybe 2 years, we're kind of happy enough.
No, totally understand. It makes sense. Like you said, the proof's in the pudding.
Yeah.
You've got all the data to show that you're having basically a lot of insurance claims and problems because of it. So you've got to address it. So
that's it.
Because you know, I'm used to driving a car, but yeah, it's totally different when you've got a van.
Exactly,
I used to have a van years ago. Can I use that from 15 years ago? I used to drive a van.
If you drove a van, then you drove a van. That's the way
bit too long, but I used to have I feel like a Ford Transit, similar to that, but yeah, it is. It's different when you drive in a van, so I understand that. But no, Matthew, thank you for doing this. You're getting out, surely?
Yeah,
is there anything else you wanted to mention that we haven't covered, or
no, I guess
anything?
we're happy enough.
Yeah. No, it's been good, but yeah, I like the sound of your company as well. It's just something for other people also to think about for the experience. But other than that, I think it's a great opportunity, to be honest.
Definitely does.
And flexible. And nowadays, a lot of people are looking at flexibility.
Well, that's it, mate. That's the beauty of the self-employed aspect of it. They work when they want, we don't tell them when they work.
Yeah.
So it's okay. We might be short for drivers some days. We might ask them if they can help us out, but we can never force somebody to work if they don't want to. So
definitely,
that's where they like the flexibility. You know, that a lot of guys enjoy a Tuesday and Wednesday off during the week, and then they'll work a Saturday and Sunday.
Yeah,
they'd rather that. So
definitely, yeah, and that's why I do the taxis, just the autonomy.
Yeah.
And yeah, it appeals to so many people.
Definitely, yeah.
What time do you think you'll finish today?
Hoping
and turn left on Owen Road.
About 6 or 7 hopefully today.
6 or 7.
Leave the office an hour in that time, I'm hoping.
Okay. One question: how many? If you've got points on your license, can you still?
You can, as long as it's nothing to do with insurance or drink driving or anything
drug
like
driving,
that.
anything like that. Okay.
You're allowed up to 6 to
Oh,
deliver
okay.
for Amazon.
So that's fair.
Yeah, a couple of speed, you're not too bad.
Okay.
Turn left on Faraday Road.
This left coming up.
This one here.
Anything you want to say before I bring it to the close?
Nothing, mate. I'm happy enough.
Just a bit further down.
Yeah, just at the end of this road, mate. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll put some more information on the company, what Mathew told us about in the description. Thanks, Mathew.
Cheers,
Just
mate.
ahead, drop off.